Right, Charles, can you tell me a little bit about the 2015 vintage?
Well, I think they're beautiful reds, you know, the lovely ripe fruit, lovely ripe tannins, good fresh acidity. No, for me they're one of the best red vintages I've seen. They've got the freshness of 2005, the richness of 2009, so I'm really pleased about them. The whites are similarly ripe and lush, but maybe they may not make old bones in 10 years' time.
I don't know, because that sweetness and ripeness of the fruit for the whites sometimes actually ages particularly well, doesn't
Well,
it?
some of the best bottles in my cellar are the 2005s and 9s. When the top growers get it right and pick relatively early and get their wine making spot on from good vineyards, the top ripe vintages do age very well. But there are also in those ripe vintages quite a lot of wines that are delicious for 2 or 3 years, which is fine, but once they hit 4, 5, 6, 7 years of age, they begin to get a little tired, a bit quicker than they should do.
And how would you compare the tannins in 2005 with 2015?
Both beautiful. I suppose the only difference is the acidity levels are a bit higher on the 2005s, whereas the 2015s are softer, rounder, so you haven't got tannin and acidity.
Yeah.
But the quality of the tannins, I think, in both vintages was very good. But I don't think the 2015s will close up as much as a lot of the 2005s were. For a good 5, 6, 7 years after the harvest, quite hard work. Now they're showing really well, and I think everybody has found, has rediscovered the 2005s, and they've shown their sort of true quality.
In the last couple of days, we found out that Domaine Bonnet de Martre has sadly sold to a foreign investor. How would you see this in the context of Burgundy?
Well, it's causing problems for the growers, because as the value of land rises, it gets harder for them to pass land on to the next generation, or when there's a whole load of brothers, sisters, cousins involved. The very high land prices encourage some of them to want to take their share of the estate as in cash terms. So it's getting harder to maintain the integrity of the estates, which is what's happened in Bordeaux, and there are now slightly fewer traditional family-run estates than there were 30, 40 years ago.
So a slight sort of fraying at the edges then.
Yeah, fortunately so far it's not too bad, but I think it's
hopefully not the thin end of the wedge.
It's something that needs to be addressed, and it won't be an easy one to do so.
Yeah, because of course this is just one end. This is Grand Cru, and there's still lots of very affordable Burgundy. You focus on that a lot to bring people into Burgundy, and I'm sure today you've got a lot of domains you'd like to recommend.
Well, we've brought on, this year there's more wines than ever before from the Chalonnais.
Perfect, lovely.
I think the whites in the Chalonnais suits the vintage, because sometimes the Chalonnais whites can be a little lean.
Yep.
So a nice ripe vintage, they retain that freshness. So we've got 2 new estates, Berthenay from Montagny and Domaine Roi Mage from Ruy. And they've been really enjoyed by everybody today.
That's lovely.
I think that, yes, the Chalonnais in particular has a very bright future, because the quality in general has gone up enormously over the last 10 years.
And they still remain good value.
And they're not as expensive as the Mercedes and Prix.